Hello and welcome to the Matt and Phreds Speakeasy podcast. My name is Claire Turner and I run our little family business with my sister, our parents and the wonderful Matt and Phreds team, two of whom are running the podcast show. David Smith Jr. and Ed Gallyot will be chatting to some of the wonderful musicians who play at the club here in Manchester. They'll be discussing musical inspirations, songwriting techniques and hearing a little bit about what makes each of the musicians tick. If you can, please visit the Matt and Phreds website at mattandphreds.com. Phreds is spelt with a PH, and check out our online shop. There's loads of goodies to buy, of which money will go towards helping musicians who have lost all of their gigging income during this COVID-19 lockdown. So, without further ado, over to you, David and Ed. Enjoy the show.
Lovely indeed. Hello and welcome to another episode of Speakeasy, the Matt and Phreds podcast. My name is David Smith Jr. and I am joined, as always, by my co-host and Coca-Cola original recipe, yes, that recipe, Ed Gallyot. How are you today, Ed?
I'm feeling very good, David. I'm feeling excited to dive in to a fantastic chat with the one and only Emily Capell. How are you excited? How excited are you? Sorry. Not how are you excited? Or I mean, what things are you doing to get yourself excited? Not that you need anything more than a wonderful episode of Speakeasy, but...
Oh my lord, that was you really just very excited. You just went straight in there, didn't you? That was there's no messing about today.
No messing about. We've not got time for niceties when we've got an interview of such
quality.
Fun. Such fun,
yeah, such fun, such caliber, such... And we'll be revealing some pop secrets. We'll be revealing some football secrets as well, I believe. But
some secrets of the soccer.
Some secrets of the soccer, as
our transatlantic counterparts like to call it.
And if our transatlantic counterparts are listening, I'm going to tell them what they would like to call this band. There's playing beneath our inane ramblings and jibber jabber. So can I tell our transatlantic...
David, tell us about it. It's time for the segment Local Recommended Track of the Week.
That's the way you put the sound effect.
I'll stick a sound effect in there, but then the illusion's dead.
Because we already mentioned it. Let's continue on. So, this is... You are listening to Elevator Bell, which is a track by a band called Sunglow, who I have been fortunate enough to see myself a few times live. They are this combination of the Pixies grit and weirdness, but still a good ear for a nice catchy hook. And what you get is what BBC Introducing described as some happy trash, and I absolutely agree. I think it's wonderful stuff.
Well, you had me at Pixies and Smashing Pumpkins right there, man. I think what we should do is let everyone listen. But after you said what you were going to say before I rudely interrupted.
Oh, that's all right. All I was going to say was I didn't actually mention Smashing Pumpkins, so you have inferred that yourself. Well done.
Have I?
Yes. Congrats.
Powerful stuff.
Let's have a think about that, shall we?
Strange.
Lovely indeed. So here we are with Emily Capell. We're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff about music and football. But first of all, just how are you? How are you doing?
Oh my God, I didn't press record like a fucking idiot. I got excited by the clap. Does that matter?
I wish we had this bit. We can probably have this bit from there.
We've got this in the Zoom call.
That was the best intro. Your intro blew me away. I was like, oh my God, that's such a good intro. I forgot. Sorry, that's my fault.
He just flicks the switch. He can turn it off and on.
He just turns it on. Yeah, I think that's what happened. And I didn't turn it.
As soon as we all
I
do
thought
the clap
that you
together,
test.
like, yes.
Don't you test? My friend lives in Ecuador, and we speak like this. And I go, I'd rather have a bowl of, and she goes, Cocoa Pops, and that's how we check what the delay is. But the clap is good. The clap's great anyway. But if you wanted to do Cocoa Pops, then feel free to use it.
That's good for testing delay, but I don't think Ed would have a really hard time fucking like editing us all saying Cocoa Pops together. Right, okay. Wait, one sec, let me delete this recording. Or should I keep this recording?
Keep this recording. Let's just keep it. This is what we're like.
Yeah, let's just rip on. Let's just keep it going. Right. Have you started recording now?
Yeah, I have done. Sorry.
Okay. Should we do another clap? Just
Yeah, let's just do one.
Cool.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, David, like 15 minutes after everyone else.
Well, that was Emily Capell introducing herself. How are you, Emily?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How is Manchester?
Well, Ed wouldn't know. Ed, you're in the middle somewhere, aren't you?
I've moved back in to my mum and dad's in the Midlands just to have some family around me during lockdown.
You got a bit sad and lonely, didn't you, Ed?
Oh, it was quite a long lockdown in Manchester to start with.
What about you? You're down south, down in London, right?
I'm down in London, yes. So like northwest London, so sort of towards Wembley. I'm over there.
And has it been have you been getting on all those crowded tube trains, or are you
no,
very much keeping yourself to yourself?
I haven't even gone in a shop. I've literally like just stayed well away. We got like a little corner shop. I go to the corner shop, but like I've not
just for that little bit of human contact there, just to say hello.
Bit. Yeah, exactly.
Has that been like keeping you musically occupied then? What have you been keeping your brain going with?
So I've been like I do teaching online. I can teach different things and that kind of thing. Yeah, and like we did a little bit of volunteering and stuff. So, but not nice. Like music wise. I haven't. I'm supposed to be gigging with Madness right now.
Oh dear. You just you just did a thing on BBC Radio 5 not that long ago, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, with Scott Mills. Yeah.
How was that?
The radio.
How is Scott Mills in the flesh as well?
Well, he wasn't in the flesh. He was like this. So he was like this.
Of course.
It wasn't in the flesh, no.
What did you think that we have to Zoom call, but Scott Mills gets to go around and talk to everyone?
Scott Mills just comes around my house whenever I call him. Well, I'm self-isolating with Scott Mills.
I don't know how that didn't click for me then.
I think there's worse buddies to have. I reckon in isolation, he seems like a nice.
Yeah, he'd be quite cool. He'd be cool. It was good. I didn't really like when you go and you do like radio like normally. You go in and you like you sound check, you check like the levels and all that stuff. But obviously with that you didn't. And so unlike with this one today, we've obviously like spoken before we started recording and stuff. But with that one, you went straight into the radio show and I didn't know. So I was like, oh hi guys, oh hello, and I was like chatting away. And they were having like they had a sports. They had a guy called Eddie Hearn on who books boxing matches and stuff like that. Boxing fights. I don't know if you say matches or fights, but And I like him and I was like, oh hello, is everyone having a nice day? Oh, the weather's like straight into like such an idiot
to it.
Totally unaware. Yeah, it was really bad.
But you know,
it was fine.
Life is a learning experience, and you know we're all learning new skills these days. I think.
Exactly.
I hope anyway.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, then. Enough of us wittering on. Should we get to listen to some tunes? So, do you want to tell us what the first track is that we're listening to?
So the first track is a song called Pinching and Itching.
Nice, excellent.
Do you want to say anything else?
No, that's if that's all you want to say.
We've had a variety, to be honest. Some people go, "This is pinching and itching," and then give us like the the backstory from when they first dreamt it up when they're 10 to all the way to recording it. But
I could do like the spoken word version of it if you wanted.
Well, we'll say what we'll do is we'll record that later, and that'll be like for the bonus people, for the people who pay us money. They can have that.
For the hardcore.
I got in trouble with the law.
In terms of pinching and itching, then, it's got like a doo-wop sort of ska hybrid thing going on. We think anyway. It's got like a really sweet sound, very sunny. But the lyrics are kind of like in contrast to that, and you do this quite a lot, we find, sort of, or at least it seems that way. Like this song is mention of shoplifting and stuff like that, and you do that in a few of your other tunes. I'm wondering, is that sort of something you often go for, that sort of juxtaposition, or is it just the way that things end up?
It's just kind of, that's really nice of you, by the way. Thank you very much. I like how you said sunny in a Manchester accent, sunny. Like Liam Gallagher, makes me think about Liam Gallagher. I guess it kind of just sort of happens. My favourite Clash song is a song called Hateful, and that's sort of about taking drugs and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to write.
Pretty edgy.
I wanted to write a song about that, but obviously, like, I'm not. I guess it's like a juxtaposition. That's right. Yeah, it's nice though. I like that. So this is my favourite one to do live.
What is it about this tune that you particularly enjoy?
I like, there's a line about Paul Weller being new Jesus, and I like people's reaction to that. Makes me laugh.
Do you think it divides the room, or do you think people are pretty on for Paul Weller being the new Jesus? Because I like that idea. I think that's pretty cool.
I have to say that I love Paul Weller, and I think he's great. I'm not knocking Paul Weller. I'm knocking the people that think he's the new Jesus. So like those people like with that haircut, and do you know what I mean? That I'm laughing at. I'm laughing at them. I'm not laughing at Paul Weller. But so
Laughing at Bradley Wiggins.
I'm laughing. Oh, poor Bradley Wiggins though. He's got. I think if it was like me and Bradley Wiggins in a room, he'd take me though, because he's like an Olympic cyclist. I wouldn't say it. But
he doesn't count. Cool guy. He's a cool dude. But so far with the podcast has been going for about 5 minutes. I think we've fired shots at basically everyone.
Sorry, Bradley Wiggins.
Most call outs in an episode. So, go on, Ed.
And we were wondering, with the tune, it's a really catchy melody. Is that something, you spent a lot of time working on, getting doing catchy things, or is that just something that naturally comes out when you're writing a tune?
It's something that I'm very aware of. It's something that I try and sort of push. But I think it just sort of naturally. I don't want to sound like a knob, but it like naturally happens. You'll have to say knob.
Oh, look at me! I get catchy melodies all the time.
Yeah, no, I don't want to sound like that. But like it sort of naturally happens. I write very lyrically minded, so I have to be careful my songs don't become like Tupac style raps. So I have to like cut back and push the melody a little bit. So maybe that's what's happening.
Have you got any? Not to give any of your tips or tricks away, but is there any particular secrets, any advice you can give to people? Because you just write in your tunes, it's just hook after hook, so you must be doing something right.
Oh, that's nice. This is like, go out, find a B-side on a really old doo-wop song, put a capo on it, change the melody ever so slightly, and write new words on it.
There you go.
I wasn't expecting, when I asked that question, I was expecting some sort of vagary, some sort of like...
It really, like, honestly, just do that. Like, there's loads as well. My friend went to New York on holiday, and she brought me back some vinyl that had just, like, with funny names. Like, I can't wait till we get married because I love you. Like, songs like that are really funny. And the B-sides of those are, like, even more obscure. So I'm not saying I nick them, but like if you wanna start, that's a nice.
If anybody's listening, if the copyright people are listening, she did not.
No. You get. I think you get 70 years before copyright. I should look that up actually, just in case.
For a friend, of course. For a friend.
For a friend. Yeah, definitely.
And then
go on.
Yeah, you go, Dave.
Oh, thank you, Edward. So this song, we talked a little bit about doo-wop, and it's certainly got like a dance ability to it. It's got that sort of 50s almost swing feel. And do you find that your shows are full of dancing people when you play to an audience? Is it a mixed bag? What's the general reaction to when you're playing?
It's a mixed bag. Manchester's always a bit of a dancing one. But yes, it's a bit of a mixed bag. It's some people just like stare at you, and some people will do some dancing. Yeah, we have a dance routine as a band. I made them learn a dance routine.
That's pretty.
Because I thought it would be funny, and it is funny. And some venues as well have mirrors, sort of behind. So if you're facing the bar on the stage, there's a mirror behind the bar, so I can see them, so I can see if they've gone wrong. So I
guess as the front person as well, you kind of you don't want to have, if you're like looking over your shoulder, someone could be like doing the moves like half-assed, whereas with the mirror you could pick them up one by one and get a James Brown
I know
finger.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I know. Like in my head, I feel like we look like the Drifters or something really cool, but I know in reality we look like, you know, when S Club 7 reformed and they were shocking.
I'm sure that's not the case.
I'm sure that's not the case for you. It definitely was the case for them. No offense, Ashley.
One of them looked so much like David Brent. It was so funny. I remember being like, David Brent.
that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get him started.
So did I tell you about it?
It's up to you, man. Just honestly, feel it however you want to do
it in your style.
Also, like, let's say this is It's So Calypso.
Yeah, that is more than enough. That is.
Yeah.
I really wish our listening audience could see the hand gesture you did at the end of that. That's so, that beautiful, like you were gifting it to us. It was lovely. So this tune, all of these tunes that we're listening to are off of Combat Frock.
That's right.
Which is the record you released? Was it last year?
October last year.
Yeah. So we wanted, if you could just really quickly just tell us a little bit about the process of sort of putting this record together, because where did you record it? Did you do a lot of it live? Was it very much a studio process? What was sort of the process for it?
Okay, so because this is a debut, you can pick out of everything you've ever written since you were like little. So it was quite easy to pick the songs, but I did write. I think half of them are songs that I already have, and half of them are songs that I wrote especially for the album. We went up to a place called Salford, which is in Leeds, and we recorded it there. And the week after we left, and Chris Kamara went in and recorded his Christmas song. And they were like, you need to, like Chris Kamara, the football guy. They were like, you need to be finished out by this time because we've got Chris Kamara coming in. And I was like, what? Chris Kamara? Like, what the hell is he doing? So we recorded up in Castleford, and it was really good because there was a Toby Carvery opposite, so we would spend the whole day recording and then go and eat Toby Carvery and then go back in and record or finish off what we were doing. But it was quite a quick process. It was literally like I think we were in the studio for about 8 days, like a week and a bit. Bish bash bosh. Like the first day, I can't believe I said bish bash bosh. The first day we got loads of tracks done. I mean, this is, as I said, it's saying that I had the songs already. So yeah, it was nice. It was good fun. Really good fun.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And also on this tune as well, there's quite a clear Caribbean influence with the calypso thing that's melded with these rock sounds.
Yeah.
We're just wondering how that came about, and does it sort of come from, there's like really obvious like Joe Strummer and Clash influences as well. Does it come from that sort of world of punk rock, but then melding it with the world of
so Ipso Calypso, I think that, yeah, because obviously the album's called Combat Rock, so there's a big old fat nod to the Clash there. But
it wasn't hard for us to figure that one out. We didn't have to do too much
very
research
subtle, very subtly put that in. But yeah, Ipso Calypso, and I really like proper old singers like Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald and that kind of stuff. And Louis Armstrong did a lot of calypso, and there's a kind of like a doo-woppy band called the Andrews Sisters, and they did some calypso as well. And it came from that. There's a big Shangri-La's. They're like a 60s girl group
love
theme
me some
in that.
Shangri-La's.
Yeah, if you're ever feeling really depressed, don't put them on. If you're ever feeling really depressed, don't listen to the Shangri-La's or Joy Division because it will push you over the edge. Put the Monkeys on. So there's like a big because there's a bit of a Shangri-La stuff in it, but again, that was just something I don't like. People are like, "What is it, Blair Cliff's?" And I'm like, I don't know. It's just made up. Just made that up.
I mean, I'll say it again just because you enjoyed it the first time. It's a very sunny tune.
Very sunny, isn't
Very
it? Yeah.
sunny.
Thank you.
See, I feel like I'm putting it on even more now that you've mentioned it.
You've gone full Paddy McGuinness there.
Yeah. But I'm going to put my radio voice back on. Hello. Anyway, so in this tune, there's a sort of weird bit in the production in the middle of this track. There's sort of like you mention it in the lyrics about a car crash, or so, like, and then there's sort of it actually happens in the track.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, that's a pretty big production choice. Was that an original intention, or was that?
We do that live, and I wanted to keep it. There was loads of so we put like a bit. So it goes. Someone's just ran him over, and there's a big crash.
Yeah.
And there was I had like little people say little phrases, but it just sounded so corny. It's really hard. and like, should we do it in an American accent? Should we do it in like, or what should we do? Like different quotes from films. Like, should we stick that in there? But it was so bad. It just sounded so tacky. So I wanted to get like a really cool sample of like, God knows, something really cool. Yeah. But but the crash is in there, and I love it. I love doing that live as well.
So how does that work when you perform it live? Is it just the drummer just goes like that?
And everybody stops, and you're supposed to freeze. And I wanted like the most Matrix style freeze, like we're on podcast, so I just realised that you can't see what I'm doing. But yeah, like big old freeze. And then my guitarist
at home, Emily literally looked like Neo. Then it was amazing.
Yeah, I did a Keanu Reeves.
She went all the way back.
But yeah, my guitarist, who was on your podcast with his band Soul Grenades a little while ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh amazing.
Yes.
He's
Kiki, yeah, Kia. I call him Kiki. He's a guitarist.
Shout out to Kia, whatever you might be doing right now.
Yeah, the Kikasaurus. He does this. He does a like an ambulance. He's the best guitarist ever, and he does this like Nino, and on his guitar, but he has to like untune to do it. He has to twist the tuning peg. So then we have to hold while he retunes. And first of all, we tried to do it in like a really cool way, like just subtly here, where you like turn around and do it. So everyone's. But in the end, it's just funny. It just makes me laugh.
It's just calling to attention the fact that your guitarist needs to tune his guitar from.
Yeah, exactly. But luckily, he can do it really quickly. Thank God. So yeah.
Cool. I was going to ask.
Still frozen as well.
Yeah, while still like hanging up on the wall. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
I was going to ask as well, really quickly, about just that. So that it's sort of. Do you? Professional, right? This is sort of an example of like a narrative within a tune. You know, do you think that a lot of your tunes are stories or narratives that way? You talk about writing lyrics first. Is it like poetry, or is it just like sort of train of thought? What's your like?
It's train of thought. I wish it was that cool that it. No, it's just train of thought.
Fair enough.
I never feel secure when listening to the doors. I'm running myself a hot bath. And if the water.
So the last song is a song called "I Found a Footballer to Marry Me."
Okay, so first and foremost, Ed, you wanted to ask a question that we weren't sure whether or not we were going to ask, but I've decided that you can ask it.
I would just wanted to ask a question of, we know you're a QPR fan, and Joey Barton says some lovely things as well about your tunes, but which footballer, past or present, would be your ideal husband?
Now, thank you for asking me this. Well, I'm only 5'1". I'm the same height as Kim Kardashian and Kylie Minogue.
Just saying.
So I can't have a tall one. So So that wouldn't work. But like, and I think if it's going to be a footballer, it might as well be like top 4. He's got to be on a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like maybe, and my dad and my brother support Tottenham. I can't have a Chelsea player because I'd just be sick on the floor. Also, Man United, I can't really do Man United. So it have to be probably Tottenham. And like Dele Alli, I quite like Dele Alli, quite like Harry Kane.
If anybody's listening, if these boys are listening, there's
yeah, Harry Kane's married, but divorce does happen.
That is an example of your sort of go-getter attitude there. I think you just
yeah. And I quite actually, do you know what, as well, I quite like James Milner. Even though people say he's really boring, that sort of makes me love him even more. He's quite cool. And Raheem Sterling's only little, isn't he? He started off with QPR. So maybe Raheem. I don't. Listen, as long as they're in a club that earns a lot of money, that's the point of the song, isn't it?
Well, we had Bernardo Silva come into the club. Not his football club, but our jazz club.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was in January, so you know.
Shut
if he comes
up!
in again,
Oh my god, I was in Manchester in February.
Oh, so close, so close.
Oh my god, the one that got away. Damn.
Well, there's always a chance. Hopefully, perhaps we'll see you actually in Matt and Phreds performing, and we'll let all the boys know. We'll send out.
That's
a signal.
supposedly happening. I am coming to Matt and Phreds. God knows when, but I am coming.
Well, looking forward to it as well. You just, we're getting a bit off topic, but you did a live stream for us pretty recently as well, didn't you? Is that kind of thing you're doing often? Are you doing any live streams and stuff?
So I've done 2 on Facebook, I've done 1 on Instagram. Oh, you guys were on Facebook as well, Matt and Phreds, and then I did 1 on Neville Southall's account, who's a ex-footballer. On Twitter. It was really funny. So he does this thing where he does live streams on his Twitter account, and they're awesome. But loads of people kept logging in and being like, "You're not Big Nev," and I was like, "No, I know."
Clearly not. Well observed.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not him. But so that was good. So I think Twitter is my next one. I'm gonna have to do something on Twitter. Oh, I might do Instagram again. I don't know. I like them though. It's good fun.
The world is your oyster. We'll get to at the end of the show. We'll be asking you to plug all of your social media, so everyone will be able to find you. Before that, talking about "I Found a Footballer to Marry Me," this track was the single from your record. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's the second single after a song called Bonanza.
Lovely. And I'm just wondering how it is that you decide, going through your record, which of these tracks is going to be a single. Because, again, as we sort of talked about a bit earlier, catchy melodies and short, sweet pop songs are kind of your deal. So it could have been just single all the way through, you know?
Oh, thanks. Well, how did we decide Footballer was going to be the single?
Yeah, or just how do you pick singles in general? Like, what sort of...
A good question. Good bloody question. There's no, I don't know. And I have complete control over that. I don't have anybody saying, like, this one should be a single. Bonanza was obviously going to be a single, and I had a really funny idea for a music video, so that's sort of, I guess, why I picked Footballer.
Fair enough.
Nice. I watched the video for this as well. Anyone listening, definitely go check it out as well. It's a cracker.
I wrote down like what I wanted, and I thought they'd be like, no, that's ridiculous. Of course you can't do that. And then they did it, and I was like, oh god, I've got to actually bloody go and do all that stupid stuff that I wrote down. So yeah, it was good fun though. We filmed that in North Wales at a football stadium called Bangor, and in North Wales the shops shut at like 5 o'clock. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm like, you guys that like living in Manchester, like I live in London, like it's 24-hour here. And when I got to their high street at like 5:30 and all the shops were shut, I was like, is the Queen dead? Like, what's happened? Why is all the shops shut? So yeah, it was good though. It's really nice.
That's just, I mean, I'm a big fan of Bangor. I head down there quite a few times a year. I mean, it's lovely. I use it to get
It's
a break,
lovely, yeah.
Yeah, you are right. It's very much like don't go there if you're looking for a big, exciting time. It's very much a chilled, calm kind of place.
Totally. The shops shut early. I was like on Twitter, like, is a zombie apocalypse happening? Like, why are all the shops shut?
It was pre-warning for the lockdown. That you should have taken that.
Yeah, exactly. They're just used to it.
And we just wanted to ask you is it really about what it seems to be about? Is it just like it feels to me like it's kind of tongue-in-cheek in delivery, that maybe there's a bit of like a joke or an irony behind it, or is it really
Definitely. No, there's definitely joke. One of my favourite singers is a lady called Kirsty McCall, and she had a song called I'm Going Out with an 80-year-old Millionaire, and so I wanted to write a song sort of like with that in mind. Yeah.
So it's sort of paint us a picture of this character then in this tune. What is she saying? What's she about?
Well, it kind of is me as well. That's really funny. Because it's so expensive. It's so expensive to live in London. It's so expensive to do anything. That, like, you know, you can get pregnant and get yourself a house on the social, or you can, you know, it's just impossible. So marrying a footballer, like me and my mum will go shopping sometimes, and we'll walk past something, and it's like, when I marry a footballer, I'll be able to buy that thing. And where I marry, and like, I remember my car insurance came through, and my car insurance was so expensive, and I remember sitting on the bottom step in my mum and dad's house and being like, oh my god, how am I going to afford my car insurance? And my mum was like, well, when you marry a footballer, you'll be able to afford your insurance. So it's something that we sort of have always said, so I just sort of made it into a song. But obviously that's not my number one aim in life, but it would be
maybe sort of top 5. Maybe.
Yeah. It's something I want to achieve, but I'm not, like, I've got other things on my radar. So.
I mean, you could always hope make your own money with your music, and then the footballers will want to marry you. That's
exactly. That's enough.
When I marry that singer, that's what they'll be saying.
Yeah, that could be their FA Cup song that year. When I marry that singer,
that'll be Chris Kamara's charity single.
Exactly.
He'll be on Sky Sports telling people about how he recorded in the same studio as you. It's gonna be.
I hope you went to the Toby Carvery. That Toby Carvery was so nice. Yeah.
Shout out to the Toby Carvery near the studio.
To the Toby Carvery opposite. Yeah, it was wicked. It was really good.
Amazing. You got anything left to say, David? Or
and no, to be honest, I was just going to say a big thank you for coming and talking to us. And before you go, do you just want to give everyone a quick rundown where to find your record, Combat Frock, where to find you on social media, and any ways that they can support you and all that gubbins?
So you can find me on social media. It's just Emily Capell, Capell, and you can get Combat Frock from my website. And when shops are back open, you can get it from there, or whenever that will be.
What's a shop?
In it, exactly. Yeah.
HMV.
Exactly.
What? I don't remember.
You can get it. You can get the. Yeah, there's like a few. I've never been so excited. I had to find a HMV and then find one. So yeah, they are in there though.
Cool. Awesome. And then you're just on Emily Capell, just on Instagram, Facebook, all the usual.
Yep, that's me. I've killed off all the other ones, so it's just me up there.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Emily. It's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck with everything. Good luck with finding a footballer. Good luck with just everything. I'm sure.
Yeah, and I will come. I aim to come to Matt and Phreds. Hopefully, if not this year. I know we're going out and we're doing another run at the end of the year, but if we can't, it will be next year, and we'll definitely come to Matt and Phreds.
I'm looking forward to that.
Wicked. Cheers, guys.
Cool. Thanks.
No worries.
Thanks.
Lovely again.
Lovely indeed again, indeed. Well, talking to Emily there was just such a ray of sunshine, wasn't it? She's such great crack.
Such a laugh to have on the show, and some interesting techniques of writing tunes that we will definitely be stealing. Just get yourself
definitely not be stealing. Definitely not
be stealing. Old 45s, man. That's the way.
You already knew that though. You've been a 45 man for a while, haven't you?
Oh, I like LP. I prefer LPs. You know, you get
really?
more for your money, don't you? Because it's the full disc.
It's about the size of the record, Fred, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it here first. It's about the size of the record. So, Enough of that. Enough of that.
You can't hear my blush, but maybe you can feel it in the tone of my voice.
Oh yeah, things are heating up here on the outro of the Speakeasy Matt and Phreds Speakeasy podcast. You've got me all a fluster. I can't remember what we're called.
The thing we've got to say before we get ourselves too flustered, which I'm definitely feeling, is it is again that time of week where we say goodbye to you, our listening audience, isn't it?
It is. It's that time of week where we reach out of the window of the moving train and we wave as we leave the station. Goodbye, listeners.
Goodbye.
We'll see you again.
Listening. And we list off a long list of thank yous as we wave. And but first, Edward, again, 2 weeks in a row, Edward. Well, 2 weeks where we
first as the train disappears over the horizon.
It's still leaving and we're still waving, but as
it's a slow train.
It's a slow old train, this one, man. And as the train moves from the station, we remind people by where they can get in contact, don't we, David? Where is that? Where they can get in said contact?
We do, Edward, indeed. We do, and we remind them that if they would like to get in contact, they can use our email address, which is speakeasy@mattandphreds.com. That's Phreds, spelt with a PH. What else do they need to know, Ed?
The pistons rock up and down. The passengers passengers who are waving look at the people on the platform and they say, if you want to find more episodes of Speakeasy when you've finished your goodbyes, you can find them at buzzsprout.com/speakeasy. You can find them on the Matt and Phreds website at mattandphreds.com/podcast. You can also find them on Spotify and Apple Music. So if, on your journey back from the station, you'd like to listen to something insightful and musical, if your journey's around 20 minutes, that's like one episode. If it's around like 40 to 50 minutes, that's two. And I guess you can probably figure out the sort of maths beyond that.
Yeah, let's give our audience some credit where it is due. I'm sure they can figure that out, Ed. If they listen to this show, they must be at least fairly intelligent people.
I wouldn't like to big ourselves up too much, but we certainly are not coming across as the intellectuals right now.
That is true. Yeah, they can be the intellectuals. We will be slumming it down here at the bottom. So now it is time
to humble ourselves and say thank you.
Beneath the in reverence to all the people who've made this possible.
As the steam flows so beautifully out of the train and melds into the clouds, we must say thank you to Claire Turner for giving us the opportunity to speak on this podcast and put it out under the Matt and Phreds name. And we'd also like to say thank you to William Mackenzie for making the beautiful jazz you hear in between the tracks.
We would also like to say, can you hear that, Ed? Can you hear it? It's the whistle. The whistle of the train as it pulls
blowing
far away. And over that noise, we'll scream to the station a big thank you to Sunglow for their track Elevator Bell and an enormous, I didn't know what word I was going to say there. Massive, huge,
incredible,
gargantuan thank you to Emily Capell for putting up with our terrible banter.
And we'd like to thank you. If you're listening this far, you've put up with the terrible banter of that we've been saying and all of these terrible images we've made of a train. It's not really a terrible image, it's quite a nice image.
I thought it was quite romantic, to be honest. Yeah.
But you're listening to this point, which means you've done yourself a service there.
You've done us a great honour.
You've done us an even bigger service. And
now we'll just fade out
and disappear off into the distance, as if
perhaps we're on some kind of train
today, and you can never even have to. Well, you will be listening to us again because
Don't tell them not to listen, Ed. We need these people.
Yeah, bring on 10 more, man. Bring on 10 more.
10 more. 10 more.